A girlfriend?
I don't.
Do you think I'm hot?
Not really.
Oh, why?
Way many more people attractive here than you.
What's not hot about me?
Your personality and your voice.
My voice?
You're a little too small. You can maybe like eat a burger, not be anorexic.
That's aggressive.
I don't know who you're trying to impress. No one's gonna simp over you.
A girl.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the revolution.
What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing on this lovely, 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 lovely Sunday? How are you doing? Get in the chat. Tell me how you're feeling. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? These are all important questions to be had. Smash a like on the like button if you don't mind. If you're watching, that was a third-degree burn. It really was. It was like one of the funniest videos I found online. He's just like, not really. No, I don't find you at all attractive. All good? That's awesome. Hey, Willie, I don't know if you noticed that I changed a couple of the badges, if you will. Also, if you're watching on Rumble, I got some people watching on Rumble. Smash a like button on Rumble. It's a good way to help out with the algorithms and all that stuff. It's President's Day tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm working. What? Does anybody take off President's Day? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't have like since I make my own hours, I don't take off that day. Third degree. Already been using them. Cool. Oh, sweet. Good to know. The post office. Do you work at the post office? No, I really don't trust it. You know what I mean? Maybe the garbage trucks. Oh, they better show up. I mean, shout out to this guy though. What a king.
Girlfriend?
I don't.
Do you think I'm hot?
Not really.
Oh, why?
Way many more people attractive here than you.
What's not hot about me?
Your personality and your voice.
My voice?
You're a little too small. You can maybe like eat a burger, not be anorexic.
That's aggressive.
I don't know who you're trying to impress. No one's gonna simp over you.
A girlfriend?
I don't.
This just cracks me up. It just gets me every time. No one's gonna simp over you. All right, let's get into some crazy news. As just checking. I need to check a few settings. All right, cool. Done and done. This is circulating the internet as we speak. Tiger Woods slammed by women's group. Hey, no jokes about tampons for tampon prank. Misogynistic and tone deaf. How dare this straight male who's a golfer, which is, you know, they were a very feminist organization, the GPA, the PGA. This week, Tiger Woods has been the best of... hasn't been the... Wait. Look at this line. This week hasn't been Tiger Woods' best time of the month. Oh my God. The golf legend was blasted by a women's empowerment group for a tampon prank Thursday at the Janice's invitation. Kara Sugar, the CEO of Women's Global Entertainment Fund. Kara Sugar. That sounds like a porn star name. That doesn't sound like a real name. And here comes to the stage, Kara Sugar. She's working her way through college. Give her all the money you can. See what you can get out of your pockets. Let her know that you are enjoying what's going on the stage. Kara Sugar, the CEO of Women's Empowerment Fund, said Woods' gag was misogynistic and tone deaf and straight up disrespectful to women and girls all over the world. She continued, questioning if Woods is insulting that periods are embarrassing or shameful or a sign of weakness. Yes, that's literally what the joke was. Tiger Woods slips Justin Thomas a tampon after out driving him on the 9th hole. just love how triggered people get by this kind of stuff. Oh, do you think periods are embarrassing? No. Or shameful or a sign of weakness. At least he's using Tampax, you know what I mean? At least at least he's not going cheap on the old tampons. As somebody who's not offended by this, I'm glad to see Tiger Woods not cheapening out. No women are strong as hell. They can't bleed for that many days without dying. Though women are strong as hell. They can bleed for many days without dying. Good call. The nonprofit organization based in Denver, Colorado, aims to support women through economic, social, and political programs. Shout out to Kara Sugar. God, what a name. Why are we even writing an article about this? It's like, who cares? I just love that this was like the top Google trending story of the day. It just kind of shows you how slow the news cycle is right now. It's just like, we're all up in arms about Tiger Woods slipping a tampon, and we're supposed to be mad about it. Did Tiger get that out of the men's room? Yes, he better. If I walk into a men's room and there's not a tampon waiting for me on my day, then I am going to say something. I will write articles. I will go on Twitter and say something. People retweet me. Hello. I'm sure the high school boys are having fun with them. Yeah, 100%. Where's AOC? I don't know. Probably with Alex Stein. The Women's Empowerment Group Fund didn't think it was funny, though Ford Woods, 47, the 15-year-old daughter Sam, and the group intended it as a joke. Not said as a good example for her distracts on how women and female athletes handle their periods while living a life normally. God. Part of this is the madder people get about it, the funnier it gets. Just trying to pretend like you're mad and you're trying to about periods, it just makes it worse for you. It's like, I don't think people realize that the best way to get people to stop making fun of you, because people make fun of me all the time on this podcast. I hear the lot. All you have to do is agree with them and say, yes, exactly, or ha ha ha, and it stops. But if you double down and you start talking about women's empowerment and what is this with a quote right here? Periods are embarrassing. Is Woods trying to insinuate that periods are embarrassing or shameful or a sign of weakness? God, who cares? Just laugh. Shout out to everyone out there. If you're feeling a little down on life and you wish that the world would take your genital parts and the things that come out of it a little bit more seriously, drink a Zima. It's a drink of champions. It'll stop you from being a total pain in the ass. Oh, amen. What is everyone's thought on that article? Are you also outraged by all this stuff? Hey, what's up on Twitch? Weird that my Twitch isn't going through. I'm Lucas. What's up, Lucas? That's not Zima. Everything is Zima. What are you talking about, Cali Life? If you believe in Zima, it starts with Zima. When they started putting them in the men's bathrooms, they were asking for it. Wait, when they started putting them in men's bathrooms, they were asking for it. Okay, good call. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just like, I don't know if you go to the LA airport right now, I was told that if you go in the female restroom, there is urinals in there now. So, progress. The first person that told me this, that saw that was one of my family members. I was like, well, did you try out the urinal? Did you check out and see how it was going? Let's have a deal. You sing a song and I'll follow you. Name the song and I will sing it. I wish they would stop taking life so seriously. You only have one and you never get out alive. Write that down. That's true. We're all going to die. Mansa West, thank you so much for reminding us that we all one day die and then it's done. Lonely. Lonely. I'm so lonely. Done. You sing a song. Yeah, thanks, Cali Life. Yeah, Lucas, you sing us a song. No one puts tampons in bathrooms here in Moscow. That is nuts. Are you really?
Dog face pony soldier.
Hey, we got a follower on Twitch. Nice. Thanks so much, Lucas. No one puts tampons in the bathroom here in Moscow. That's nuts. Are you really in Moscow? Because if so, that's amazing. And also, why not? Lucas, nice for you to follow me too. I'm glad you're here, man. Yes, my G, love from you. Hey, John Scott, what's up, man? What's happening? UK, daggum, that's early in the morning for you. Thanks for being here. Wait, what are you doing up, man? They have newspapers in bathrooms. Yeah, exactly. Insane dare cow. What? Oh, do you like that that little emoji I made? But may Tiger Woods rest in peace for, may we cancel him and get rid of him for this silly little joke. I follow you on IG too. Oh, awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Instagram is like such a pain in the butt for me. I cannot grow on that platform whatsoever. I know it shows that I am shadow banned because I've posted content that goes against whatever rules that they make up for the day, but I can grow on TikTok, but Instagram is crap. Don't judge menstruating people. Never drugs. Is that how you're up, John Scott? Drugs. Good for you, man. I watch Eli from Russia. Good travel. Eli from Russia. Good travel channel. Hey, there's a good. You ever watch Bald and Bankrupt on YouTube? He does a lot of Russian travel stuff, and I love his stuff. Why not? Because you imagine women putting... Why not? Because you imagine putting public tampons, you need to be really desperate to do that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, my guy. Let's keep going down the list of just silly news. Because it goes from like one cringe story to the next cringe story, and we're just gonna start to lose our minds slowly but surely. You guessed it, Don Lemon is cut from CNN's Monday Breakfast Show. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah. Progress is being made. Nature is healing. He's a constant distraction. Don Lemon is cut from CNN's Monday Breakfast Show after sexist Nikki Haley remarks talking about her not being in her prime. As conversations about his future at the network are ongoing and his reputation hangs by a thread. Don Lemon, who's 56 years old, looks great for his age. Must be the Botox. Will not appear on CNN for the morning on Monday after the remarks. May he rest in peace. Goodbye, Don Lemon. See you later, my friend. Maybe you can join Cuomo on the Cuomo Time. I don't even know what network he's on. I just know he has a stupid show that no one watches. Don Lemon still didn't change his Twitter bio. That's because he is in having a good time. I think, yeah, here he is, a fresh pick. Doesn't he look hot, ladies and gentlemen? Look at those look at those bad boys. Hello. Oh my gosh, they need to hurry up and fire that. Hey, don't say that word. Nikki is, you're trying to get me banned on YouTube. I can't. Nikki is a cheerleader's name, not a president's. Hey, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my name. Hey, Nikki. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, beep, beep, beep. Come on. 50, seen frolicking on the beach hours before he joined CNN's editorial call, blah, blah, blah. Don Lemon will not appear on Monday, which we will all be crying about. I will be sad about, because where am I supposed to get my LOL cringe news from? The 56-year-old anchor is set to be back on the morning show. Was set to be back on the morning show tomorrow, but is not in the lineup according to a copy schedule obtained by Confider. He came from the sexist comments, suggesting that politicians 75 or older should face mental competency tests. I just love how and this is like literally everything we've always talked about. This is that the woke will always eventually eat themselves because you can never out-censor yourself. You've created this monster and now you have to live with it. And part of me like empathizes and feels bad, but that other side of me is just like, in your face, what did you think was going to happen? You thought you would just be able to be the censor queen of CNN and not ever it come back to bite you in the freaking butt? I mean,
come on, man.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Peace. God. Have they not fired Don Lemon yet? No, not yet. They just took him out of the Monday morning show. But that's usually, it's usually how it goes, isn't it? They slowly do that. And then they eventually fire you at the end. Especially with stuff with like, news or anybody in television and stuff like that. They just like take you away and then they have talks and see if they can re-educate you or some kind of bullcrap they can just put together. My queen. Yeah, queen. Yeah, see? Queen is good. He's the CNN queen. Check out Cali. What's going on in Cali? I'm going to Cali in a week. By the way, in first week of March, starting that Thursday, March 2nd, I will be out of town for like 7 days. Just so you guys know. All this Russian in my chat. It's hard to keep up. They can't fire him. That would be discrimination. Good call. Scroll up. I just puked in my mouth. Okay, wait, what? What did I miss? Sometimes I apologize. Nikki is the cheerleader's name, not a person? I thought I saw that. That's what Dunkin' Donuts napkins are for? I don't know. But he has 7 sisters. Does he? I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was married to a woman at one time. No way. That's weird. Wasn't Potato Head himself? I forget his name because he's not even on the network anymore. What is his name? What's the Potato Head on CNN? I forget his name. Anyways, taking the show on the road. No, not on this place. It would not work. There's not enough like I might like upload little segments here and there, but to do this live, it would be the place I'm going doesn't have good internet, unfortunately. But I will pop up some stuff. Hey, what up, Papa? Seltzer, where in California? Santa Monica or something. Santa Monica. Going to Santa Monica. Are you going to perform in California? No. Should I? I don't know. I'm just going to visit. I have like a couple family and friends out there that I'm going to go visit. One's having a baby, so I got to go for a baby shower. Yay, it's 2023. Men go to those things, okay? Get over it. Men wear tampons, and we also go to baby showers. It's all part of the thing. Brian Stelter, thank you, B. Cal. Appreciate you. I see. Was it you who said Swedish sperm banks don't take redheads? I think so, a long time ago. Or one sperm bank definitely didn't want them or something. Something racist like that. His defense was the statement that he was the baby, the full of House of Sisters. Oh, okay. Okay, then that makes sense. So he knows women. I got 2 sisters. That doesn't make me, the queen of CNN. Are you going to say the power... Are you going to try to... Wait. Are you trying to say the power grid in California is not up to par? Yes. Didn't you see Oakland today? Had like a little power malfunction and a little bit of fire or something like that. Brian Seltzer. I like that better. You can't be racist towards gingers. That's literally impossible. God, you son of... Why? Because we're not a real race. Speaking of real racing, Austin, Texas. Let's put the Texas back in Texas. How about a little bit of Wild Wild West? Middle of downtown Austin, Texas. This was last night. Last night, pushing the cops away. Put a little anarchy in the system. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Oh, hi-oh. God. What concert just ended? 3-6 Mafia. Slop on my knob. The car on the cop. Yeah. Austin, Texas, ripping it off. And I've seen a lot of commentators act like this is like a horrible thing. And it is. But it's also, I don't know. Let's make Texas great again. I miss freedom. And this screams fun and games until somebody dies. And then it's not funny anymore. This is how seatbelt laws get put in place. We're all trying to have fun. And then a couple of drunk drivers also getting wrecks. And now we can't drink and drive. I thought this was America. Happy St. George Floyd Day. Wait, what? Is that a thing? Wait. I want to catch up on some of your tweets. Baby shower, no margarita for you? Oh, I'll be drinking tons of margaritas. You might not. Maybe that's a good reason for me not to have a show, because I might say something that I might regret. Don Lemon's ex must have liked it in the. Yes. I've seen 54,000 people were without power in the Oakland. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to. Brian fired, Como fired, Don Lemon fired. Trump's curse is worse than Bashar Assad. Honestly, like, it's literally what I've been thinking. Like, if Don Lemon goes, all you need left is Jim Acosta. If you get Jim Acosta, Don Lemon, Brian Seltzer, and Cuomo fired all together, nature will be healing. It'll be over for everything. It's going off. What concert just ended? The Britney Spears concert. Don't forget, you are a step black child. Happy Black History Month. Thank you for saying that. I am, as somebody who is step black, I appreciate you saying that to me. I only have a few more days left to celebrate this. You brought it on yourself, Austin. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I would say that when I was in high school, I used to street race. just a little sidebar. So part of me looks at that and I'm like, I might have done something stupid like that back when I was an idiot. But not anymore. I'm a very serious person. I'm all about family, values, and being a stand-up citizen and following the rules of the land. Okay? So, FBI, don't knock my door down and shoot my dog. She's a total sweetheart. Joe Rogan brought that crap to Austin. That's what I keep hearing. I don't know. I don't know. If none of them go to jail or like any of them, like none of them get caught, yeah, then that could be a case. My Oakland neighbor has a power outage for 12 hours and everyone freaked out. That is nuts. I can't imagine like not having power for 12 hours. I think the longest I didn't have power. Well, so when I lived in South Carolina, I went through a couple like hurricanes, and one hurricane we didn't have power for like probably like 14 hours or something like that. But it was like in the middle of the night, so I was able to sleep. So it didn't really count as much. But it was hot in the house. Pay your child support. It's okay as long as they wear a seatbelt. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. If you wear a seatbelt, you're welcome to drift in my neighborhood. I like to see Joy Reid get fired. Oh, now we're talking. What if the whole View got fired and then they put in like some logical thinking individuals? Vote for stupid politicians, win stupid policies. Yeah, exactly. Biden doesn't follow the rules. Why should we? Exactly. FBI, if you kick down my door, if you do it nicely, I'll have
William
a
Court
pack of
super
lukewarm.
chatted $2. Support news comedy. Share this channel.
Hey, thank you so much, Willie. Yeah, if you guys don't mind sharing this news on any social media platform, it helps me out. Helps the algorithms out. If you kick down the door, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that super chat, Willie. It means a lot to me, man. If you kick down the door, if you do it nicely, I'll have a nice 5-pack of lukewarm Zima waiting for you. Zima is the federal overreach of alcohol. Exactly. Speaking of federal overreach, here's a video that's passed around. Department of Defense put out this tweet. Diversity is a strategic imperative. Why is our diversity is strategic imperative, critical mission, readiness, and accomplishment? We're on the side of our 2023 inaugural DoD ODEI summit as DEIA experts, lead forum, student fans, DEIA and DoD. Who cares? Little diversity and equity training. Praise God for that. You know what I want? I don't want our soldiers being prepared for things like war. I want them showing up in the classroom, getting a proper education, the education they never received at boot camp. They never received at whatever white supremacy course they took before they get themselves in the defense program. We need these people thinking rightly. I don't want them just walking around worrying about protecting our country. They need to think through the lens of equity as they protect our country. Because your people matter. That's racist. Exactly. Wes, thank you so much for that super chat. I mean that super clap. But here's a little video of the DE. It's like all these acronyms. The DEIIA summit.
I heard Bill Air Force out there. That was kind of weak, though. That was kind of weak.
That's not even my clap sound.
They're all online because they're all on the West Coast and still in pajamas, right? Are all those flights?
Wow, that meeting looks lit. I like Elon Musk. Your strategic imperative is defending United States. LOL. And then Libertarian Party of Colorado. Hasn't been that case for a long time. Your entire mission is to deter attack on the United States homeland. And if there's a war, to effectively destroy the enemies of the United States. That's it. LOL. No, it's not. It's for us to push the agenda of wokeness. The agenda of wokeness. I can't even talk. I'm going to throw up. God. Why is this what they care about? Oh, because the conspiracy theories who are constantly saying our government is trying to self-implode and destroy itself to create a better future because the systems are the problem. It seems to be really put in our face, doesn't it? It's hard to deny all that kind of stuff when you're actively promoting people who don't deserve to be promoted because of a quota, thus making the leaders stupid, thus making our country worse off. It's a circle. It's a circle. Let me check your chats. Veterans are homeless in California. What are they talking about? Veterans are homeless in California? Wait, veterans and homeless? What are you talking about? Soldiers shouldn't be armed with assault rifles. They're weapons of war. Why do they carry 30 rounds of magazines? Do they really think they're coming across Russian soldiers with Kevlar? Exactly. Thank you. Our soldiers should be armed with flint, old Revolutionary War weapons that maybe aren't even going to be working, but they need to fix it. They only need one shot. Just like you only need one chance, your moment to own it. Better never let it go. Eminem. Find it, fix it. What's up, man? Wokes. How many millions of dollars do you think that summit cost? My guess is 20 million, 200 million. God, 200 million. I don't know, but I do know that probably the people on the stage are some of the best grifters of our time. If you can get a Department of Defense contract, look, and they're all white, except for the woman. I love it. You love to see it. I wonder if they have somebody that's going to come online like Ibram X. Kennedy or some idiot on the side to push this crap. Honestly, the diversity, equity, and inclusion officers are some of the best grifters of our time. Like I tip my hat to them. I tip at the tap. Tip at the tap, the hip of the clap to these people. I mean, they're just making hand over fist money doing the stupidest things. I'm going to say it probably about 150. Probably 150. Probably costs like a lot. Derek is dyslexic. I am. It comes out sometimes. Sometimes when I get excited. That dude in the middle almost looks transparent. You thought I was joking about when I said I was dyslexic. I am not. That's why school's not for me. I don't know how, I didn't ever have a proper education. Somehow I have a master's degree, and I don't know how I got it. I don't know what a shower is. I've never worn deodorant. I don't own a toothbrush. Flintlock muzzle loaders. Exactly. Our soldiers should be armed with society's most powerful weapons. Amen. How can it be possible they are supposed to be taking care of our government? Exactly. Honestly, it just seems like they're trying to destroy our government. Wokies. Destroy our government. And because like some of these people in leadership always talk about how China is doing it right. The example is China. You always hear that over and over again. Pay attention to that. So when you think that the government is trying to implode itself and things are getting worse off and our leaders that they're putting in power are worse and worse than ever, just remember that. But hopefully it'll get better. Because I got a white pill. But the white woman is gay. Okay, good call. When the tech layoff started, the diversity and inclusion officers were the first to go. Yes. Yeah, we did a story on that on Friday about that. And I'm flying. Deodorant will give you cancer. Hey, I don't wear deodorant anymore either. Hello from West Hollywood. West Hollywood, born and raised. I'll probably be hitting up West Hollywood when I'm out there. I'm probably going to go to the Comedy Store a couple of times while I'm out there. Hello from Central Arizona. Everyone get in the chat. Tell the people where you're from. This is people letting people know where they are from. Okay. Our president has so much on his plate with inflation, potential World War III popping off like a mouth. Excuse me. Gas prices going through the roof, housing market going like crap. People's 401ks going in the gutter while people are pulling out their 401k money a little early and paying the fees because they know it's going to get a hell of a lot worse. ChatGPT just predicted that the stock market is going to crash in March 2023. Yay. What does our president tweet about today? What's on his agenda? What does he care so much that he feels like he needs to take his lovely Sunday at 8:13 a.m. in the morning? Was it him? Probably not. But this is what is coming from the president's mouth. We're working on a ban to surprise resort fees that hotels tack onto your bill. These fees can cost up to $90 a night at hotels that aren't even resorts. And I'm still poor. I didn't know the difference. This just isn't right. Thank you. For all Americans, I can say we join together and celebrate a president finally willing to tackle the things that are on all of our minds. Joe Biden, this drink is for you. Have you ever had a tough day and you didn't know what the number one task in your life to tackle, I don't know. Say you got a broke leg and you're walking around all day and you think, should I go to the hospital? No. I'm going to clean my room first. Shout out to a president who thinks similar to Haley. And that's brought to you by Zima, the choice of people who choose the worst thing first. Refreshing. Okay, I'm going to check your chats. Was not one of those kidnappers in the Whitner case a homeless veteran? I'm not totally sure. I just know that like those guys were clearly needing help, and they manipulated them. Protesting for the gay rights. Papa Burlick, what did you say? I moved in. Okay, sorry. It's all going on. You can imagine the freakiest freaks of the U.S. I can already imagine Cream Gina constantly repeating the statement about this is the next press conference. I know. You know she's going to bring this up. Our president is doing historic things like tackling hidden hotel fees that everyone is freaking out about. Zima, the fake holy grail of Indiana Jones of malt beverages. Did you think the new Indiana Jones movies were crap? And you wish the old movies were around? Pick up a Zima. I don't know why. Just drink it. How are we going to dig ourselves out of the hole Biden put us in? Yeah. I don't know if it's going to take a lot, but I think that's going to happen. It's bound to happen. I think people are fed up enough. Hopefully that happens. Funny story from the WeHo. WEEHO. I once went to a gay nightclub with my friend. I got into an argument with a trans guy because he was in the female's bathroom. I told him to go to the male bathroom. He was so mad. You're pretty ballsy, Cali life, especially in California. Is the best president in history? Biden? Yes. Said every liar everywhere. I don't know about you, but whenever my dad was sitting in the kitchen table, oh, thank you. You take a massive swig of cheap whiskey and ramble on about hotel resort fees. Yeah, me too. Why is Biden talking about hotel resort fees, or hotel hidden fees? And I like that he says, and they're not even resorts. Like, my God. They're not even the places I go to. You know what I mean? They're for poor people, those poor sickos, those lower class people. I don't know, Motel 6s, Holiday Inn, free breakfast type. You know the type. Ugh, sick. Those people that look and they check things where they go to Priceline saying, I want free breakfast or I want free parking or free Wi-Fi. Those kind of people. Those people care about that. I think the new sponsor should be St. Idol's Malt Liquor. Oh man, I grew up in the South. I used to always get malt liquor at the gas station with my friends because I thought it was funny, and then I kind of enjoyed it, and then it was also kind of gross at the same time. It was a confusing time for everyone. They have the Biden library and be full of comics. Yes, all he wanted was a little breathing room. He could afford a better brand of bourbon. Exactly. When I was a kid, if the hotel room had a pool, it was a resort. Damn it. Oh, 100%. And the stinkier, the better. When you were a kid, would you walk into that hotel room and then you would smell the chlorine? You were just like, I'm going to hit that pool up later. Yeah. You can't stop me. I'm going to go in that pool. Mom, can we go in the pool later? No. I want to go in the pool. I think I should start a travel blog that rates hotel continental breakfasts in flyover states. I think that'd be hilarious. I thought about doing a Food Network kind of show, but only revealing places like Chili's in different areas, or Chili's or Applebee's, or just like all the places everyone makes fun of. Just go review them, and like the Chili's in Austin, Texas is just not hitting it. These wings ain't bussin'. and Chili's in Austin, Texas. How about story about trans guy and female spa? Oh God, that story was nuts. I remember like talking about that story, and people were just like, the backlash at first of people supporting that person. I was like, what are we doing here? Guys are like getting it like a kid's. Okay, speaking of weird and cringe, I saw this video. This gay couple, made a baby, and the way that they describe making this baby, which I know is not like physically possible, but just listen to the story. It's so creepy the way they describe how this baby was made. It just sounds like a designer baby. It makes me so uncomfortable.
So this is how we chose our beautiful egg donor.
So we wanted her to have lovely big eyes. I wanted her to have really thick hair because I've had 2 hair transplants. I wanted her to have a really wide, nice smile and just look like a kind person.
Yeah, and we wanted her to be creative because we love the arts.
Yeah.
So how it works is you join up with an egg donor agency and you literally go through thousands. That's what Stuart did.
That's what I did. I went through thousands. I shortlisted them, sent them to Francis, and let him decide.
And then I had 3 or 4 in front of me, and then we had a few Zoom calls with the ones that we liked, and then
the first egg donor let us down, fuming.
So
Second
bad.
egg donor let us down, fuming. And then
Yeah, because we were all like, I want our baby to have big eyes and thick hair and like a big mouth and be hot. Hey, what baby are you wearing today? Oh, this is Dolce. Fashion, big eyes. I get my baby the way I want my baby. You know what I mean? I don't want just an ugly baby. I want a beautiful baby. Because I'm all about body positivity. God. Artificial babies, exactly.
by the third, we literally found her, and I was like, oh,
she's incredible.
I feel like I could take these guys on a bar, in a bar brawl. Yes, they're British, but I'm also weak. So I think they had up a hand. Their baby, yeah. Only one of you is a father. Science is not quite there. I don't think either of them are the father. I think that's like the whole point of this video. It's like I think they just like created this baby. Review Denny's all over the country. Now we're talking. It's creepy. Dude, those Monte Cristo sandwiches from Bennigan's are delicious as the same loaded baked potatoes. I want my baby average looking. Yeah.
And when we got on the Zoom call,
Everything is against the female body. Yeah, 100%. Well, in some ways, like, it's like anti-man in the same way, because they're not using their own sperm, they're using, somebody else's or it's freaking weird.
be calm, play it down, don't be too keen. And luckily, she said yes, and this is the result. Yeah.
he's looking at his hand.
So this is how we chose.
So weird. I just like makes me so uncomfortable. Like what? Like what are we doing here? We're designing babies. We're designing humans. I just like also like you start designing humans. Does that like take the beauty away from like humanity? Like the more beautiful people that like stop you in your tracks, and you're just like, wow, that person is gorgeous, and I can't even think straight around this person. Does that like take that away from it by having designer babies? Because if everyone is beautiful, does that make the ugly people beautiful? Like I don't like. It's so weird to me. Like they're all Pete Davidsons. I feel like the Grand Slam in downtown San Francisco. Danny's okay. What's Grand, but also the Slam? Oh my God. Papa Burr, like there are already 2 labs in Europe, Japan, China, artificial creating babies. Yeah. They want to live with robots. Yeah, they do. Slam that like button. Like those 2 guys slammed their baby's big blue eyes. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Weren't we supposed to be hit with an asteroid by now? I hope so. Why is it taking so long? I don't know. I thought that like green asteroid was going to hit us for a second, and then we just weren't. All right. I think this is like, honestly, this years ago, all they wanted was to be able to come out of the closet. Now it's all over in your face. Well, and like that was always like the argument, was that it was going to become like this, and then people kept pushing back and saying like, no, they just want equality. and now it's like, bow before me. And you're like, wait a minute. I mean, I remember getting in conversations with some of my gay friends, and I would just like, yeah, if you want to get married, that's your thing. But like, you can't force like churches to marry you who don't have the same beliefs as you. That's why this country is so great, that we can live in the same area and have different beliefs. And they were just like, yeah, exactly. And now it's like, we're going to sue you if you don't effing make my cake. You, like, it's just like, oh, you don't want to make my cake for me? That's it. That's it. I won't go anywhere else. God. But you never see that for like, you know, it's always like Christians. It's never like a Muslim thing. Like you talk about Muslim or Islam, it's like, ooh, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. That's racist. Years ago, all they wanted, oh, sorry. Well, it is us, not the first time. Just recently, a Chinese guy edited one gene that makes a person immune to almost strains of HIV. That's crazy. I mean, I don't mind if robots can clean and cook for us, but not against our human nature. Yeah, I ran my Roomba, my DJ Roomba today. Not the best job in the whole world, but, you know, she does this thing. Osmo 3000. They, them. Fisher, them. Robot, them. DJ Roomba, them. That's a lot of gay people who pretty much say, don't associate with the rainbow flag. Those guys are freaks. Yeah. It will be against our will. You can discriminate who you invite into your house. You should be able to discriminate who you do business with. Well, I agree. And that's like, you know, the libertarian part of me is like, if you're going to run a racist company or you're going to run or whatever kind of company, the word's going to get out. And people are going to find out. And then you're not going to get that kind of business anymore. And you might only get the racists to come to you. You know what I mean? It's like, just, and that's okay. Like, if I had a racist bar down the street that was just like, or a bar that hated gingers, I wouldn't just like go there and make a scene. I would just like not go there because I will use my money somewhere else. And some bar will be like, we'll take your money if you just come over there. You're right about the rainbow. Yeah. He edited his 2 daughters. Oh, God. That's so weird. Wait, editing your... like, why would you... that makes me so uncomfortable hearing like that kind of stuff. Just editing daughters. My daughter, she's not with it. You know what I mean? Okay, you... haven't these people seen Star Trek 2? Don't you know what happens when you genetically modify people? I'll tell you what you get. A vindictive... Cardo. You're hilarious. If they do not like boycotting if they do not like that, boycott the company. That is how people regulate things. Well, there you go. Imagine that. Dude, do you guys want to see the craziest fight video I've ever seen? It's so quick and so beautiful. Watch how graceful this kid is. I think this kid owns Ali. Owns him. Yeah. It's like the most incredible video I've ever seen. I just wanted to play it really quick for a little break. All right. Now let's get into some of the most... what I feel like is the most insane video. Dance Dance Revolution. I used to play that game all the time. I used to love Dance Dance. I used to like mock it for a long time. Be like, I'm not gonna play that game. That game is like for weirdos or whatever. And then I started playing that game, and it was like one of the most fun games ever. And there was like a part of me that I used to like do the workouts for it because I was really overweight. Like in my picture behind me. I bet. Hey, screw you, dude. All right, here's Nikki Haley talking about how she doesn't even think about Trump ever.
Clearly, you think you're a better option than he is, or you wouldn't have gotten into the race. So where do you two differ?
I don't focus on President Trump, and it's amazing that the media wants to talk about that so much.
But you will have to get through the GOP primary. You will have to focus on him and Governor DeSantis or anybody else who gets in. to get to President Trump, you will have to
Shannon,
get through that field.
My announcement was
Let me tell you what you have to do with your life. I hate when they do that. You're going to have to talk about him. Talk about him right now. Say something.
to a few thousand people in South Carolina. I just had packed rooms in New Hampshire. Not one person asked me about President Trump. Everybody wanted to talk about Biden. Everybody wanted to talk about the problems.
Shannon Brame is pretty good looking. Don't say that in my chat, young man. Okay? It's that kind of dog whistle.
Facing American families. I am focused on Joe Biden. He's the one that's the president. You know, I will tell you, I think Americans need to have options. I think they need a new generation. I think we need new energy going in. I think we need to leave the status quo of the past and start looking ahead. And that's what I'm going to do. And as much as people want to talk about other opponents, there will be more. Many of them are my friends. My focus is on American families, how they're struggling, and what we're going to do to make sure that we get this country back.
All right, one of those things.
And also giving Ukraine as much money as they want. Let's also not forget what she said last week. I mean, I'm going to do a poll. I'm a big fan of polls. I'm going to end this poll. I'm going to do a poll for Nikki Haley. You know, there's a Republican out there saying, I let her Nikki my Haley. That's so silly. Cat calling. Oh, how dare you. Not in my chat, young man. God, this... Okay, I'm not doing a poll. The poll... Why is this website so slow? All right. Yeah. Okay, no poll. How far do you guys think Nikki Haley's going to get is the question. Do you think she'll actually become, like, the nominee? I don't. No way. No way. And how far do you think Nikki Haley's going to go? And also... Who do you think is like a dark horse or like a candidate that's gonna run, like announce he or she is running for president in 2024? Who is the dark horse that no one is talking about that is gonna run for president in 2024? I'm genuinely curious what you think, because it's like I think Trump, Nikki Haley. Obviously, Tim Scott, maybe DeSantis, but then like who else? Can you Tipper Gore? What? No, I was letting her tutor my Dixon. VP. Do you think Nikki Haley could be Trump's VP? Jesse the Body Ventura. I'm just asking questions. You guys are welcome on Rumble to chat away as well. I got chat up on Rumble. But I'm like, can you think of any other name that like I haven't thought of, or you like do you think Liz Cheney is gonna run? The rocker Oprah? Oh dear God. I always forget about the celebrity crap. Good call. I always like that always goes over my head because I'm like, I'm not thinking in those terms because I'm not a 12-year-old influencer. Nope. Okay. I can see The Rock or Oprah running. But Oprah? How old is Oprah? How old is Oprah? How old is that Oops? Why isn't it coming up? Oprah age. Where? Oh, I spelled it wrong. I spelled opera. How old is Oprah? 69 years old? She's the perfect age. May she become president so we can finally say our president is 69. Amen. All right, now we're on to John Kirby on the balloons. Mel Gibson, David Hasselhoff. Now we're talking Bernie Sanders. Oh, now we're getting old. Now we're getting super old. All right. Now let's get some more cringe factor in. It's important to have it.
Okay, so Secretary Blinken says there was no apology from China about the balloon that just flew across the United States. The Chinese come out of this meeting saying this. They say they told us that the U.S. has to face up to and resolve the damage that we've done to China relations with the U.S. By using indiscriminate force to take down that balloon. And also this, if the U.S. insists on taking advantage of the issue, escalating the hype and expanding the situation, China will follow through to the end and the U.S. will bear all the consequences. Is that the kind of meeting that Secretary Pompeo warned about?
No, I don't think so. First of all, we shouldn't be surprised by the Chinese rhetoric coming out of this and the bluster that they are known to put out there in the information space after a discussion like this. Secretary Blinken had a very forthright...
Hey, what's up, Tanya? Tanya. Sorry. I would like to see James Woods. Oh, that'd be interesting. Primarily for his voice. I can imagine having like a beautiful voice like that as our president. Antonio Saberto Jr. and Scott Baio as VP. Now we're talking. Tanya. That's the ticket, Papa.
I think so. First of all, we shouldn't be surprised by the Chinese rhetoric coming out of this and the bluster that they are known to put out there in the information space after a discussion like this. Secretary Blinken had a very forthright, very candid exchange with the foreign minister of China and made clear, laid bare our deep concerns about what they did with this spy balloon. And I think we acted accordingly. Believe me, the message was clearly sent to China that this is unacceptable. It was a violation of our airspace. The president acted. We shot it down where we could get the debris, and now we have that debris, and we're going to exploit that debris. We're going to learn more about this system. I think we sent a loud and clear message to China that that's not acceptable. Now, look, it is also still important. Two things can be true at once, that you have lines of communication that are open with China that are important to keep open, because at times like this, when the tensions are high, you want to be able to avoid miscalculation and misunderstanding. Secretary Blinken was able to deliver that strong message in Munich.
That's right. It was a weather balloon, not a spy balloon. The message was clearly sent to China that this is unacceptable. If you put balloons in our airspace, we are going to use a $400,000 missile to shoot it down. We're not playing around here, okay? We're America, okay? We don't just throw needles at balloons. We use freaking Sidewinder missiles from the Top Gun movie, and next time we're gonna send Tom Cruise himself to knock it out of the air. You think you're scared now? Feel that pain, feel that fear right now. I bet you can feel it, China. Don't send your weather balloons to us ever again, or feel the wrath of our freaking missiles. Yes. What about the aliens? Isn't it amazing how quick the whole alien thing went? It was just like, poof. You know, KJP, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, made a few jokes about aliens, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped. Even though we had like a press conference in the middle of the Super Bowl about aliens and them coming to Earth or unidentified flying objects. And we'll get to a quote later where we have Kirby saying something about in those lines exactly, where he's like, we don't know what these weather balloons are, and we may not ever know. What? I want to see aliens too. I want to too. Do you guys think the aliens are going to take us and anal probe us, to study us, skin us alive in their flying objects? What do you think they're gonna do? Tom Cruise would probably be on board for that, so as long as he could film the next Mission Impossible movie. Exactly. Actually, I'd be okay with that too. If China ever sends another weather balloon our way, if we could just put Tom Cruise in the fighter jet and fire the missile, we could make a spectacle of it. You know, it could be our new World War III propaganda film. And we have our old man Tom Cruise getting after it. Tom, shoot down that balloon for your American soldiers. Give them something to cheer about. Thanks, Tom. Let's go to Area 51. Okay, now we're talking. My grandpa used to work there. I remember I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but anywho, he hasn't told me much. He's like, it's just a test facility. And I was like, tell me about the aliens, bro. It was unacceptable. If it was unacceptable, they would have shot it down before it crossed the whole country. Well, exactly. And the fact that we had to use like a missile and not just like, you know, an AR-15. I don't want to be kidnapped by aliens. Me neither. And in Oregon mountains, people see UFOs a lot. We can stalk them. Oh, awesome. We can go Skinwalker Ranch. We can go there in Utah. I've driven by that place. It's got creepy vibes about that place. I don't know. You guys ever been to Skinwalker Ranch? Alien warlords. Wait, was it in Utah? Yeah, it was Utah, right? Yeah. Alien warlords are on their way here, and they're thinking, oh, man, this is too easy. Yeah, right, dude. Have you seen our vice president? She will shove a school bus right up their butt. We already have aliens, but they're illegal aliens. Yeah, exactly. Stop calling them illegal aliens. They're criminals. They're free criminals. As Congress wants more money to fight alien balloons. Yeah, exactly. Naruto run through Area 51. Oh, I remember that. They're only going to stop most of us. I was really hoping that was going to be a thing. Was he friends with Bob Lazar? Hopefully. All right, here we go. Now we have the tough, the man, the myth, the legend, Senator Blinken, Mr. Bassist himself, coming down with some words of serious tone.
Mr. Secretary, I know you just met with your Chinese counterpart, Wang Yi, who has publicly said the U.S. response to the spy balloon was absurd, hysterical, and an effort to divert attention away from domestic problems. Was he that dismissive to you in private?
Margaret, I don't want to characterize what he said. I can tell you what I said. I made very clear to him that China sending a surveillance balloon over the United States in violation of our sovereignty, in violation of international law, was unacceptable and must never happen again.
He's got stepdad energy, trying to punish his stepson. I'm serious. If you don't stop that, we're gonna have problems. God, wait.
Surveillance balloon over the United States in violation of our sovereignty.
I feel like no one respects this guy. No, remember that last time that they like publicly showed the video of him talking with China? It was like the most demoralizing thing I would ever watch. He just looked so weak in comparison to them. Like, hey, thanks for subscribing.
I made very clear to him that China sending a surveillance balloon over the United States in violation of our sovereignty, in violation of international law, was unacceptable and must never happen again. We also had an opportunity to talk about what's happening here in Munich, the focus of the conversation, Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine.
He's the one that wanted war, always.
And concerns that we have.
They all do.
China is considering providing lethal support to Russia in its efforts in Ukraine. And I was able to share with him, as President Biden has shared with President Xi, the serious consequences that would have for our relationship. Finally, it was...
Yeah, what kind of serious consequences? I'll get to it when I get to it, young man. I have to talk with your mother first. What is this? This is like the most cringy, wannabe mad. I like everything about Blinken is just so weak. Like, if he ever came to me and got in my face and started talking like that, I was just like, stop, man. Just walk away. You don't want this. You don't want this energy. Our elected officials need to start doing wrestling promos. Oh, yes.
And coming out down, here's Anthony Blinken. He's meaner, he's sterner, he's more quiet than ever. The guy's got no emotional, no emotions. Anthony Blinken, he'll stare you down and wear you down.
So stupid. It's so cringe that you make yourself laugh. He is part of the Biden think tank. He's paid by China. It's the reason why they don't need spy balloons. Yeah, why? Yes, China doesn't need spy balloons. They have TikTok, for one. He has the worst administration in history. Yeah, 100%. But I do agree with Papa. We do need to start having wrestling promos for our politicians, like all of them. Or somebody just like walk in and make them spruce it up a little bit. Do you think China would mess with us if our secretaries were screaming the ultimate warrior after mainlining pure steroids? No. May everyone get on. Everyone should be on steroids. I'm just kidding. It was so much fun during Trump. It was fun on two fronts. It was fun watching people lose their minds about Trump, about the littlest things. Like, we're going to lock him up. We're going to swear to God, we're going to get him. And then, like, the people that were, like, just, like, laughing at all his ridiculousness. And that was me. I'll tell you what. Xi Jinping come Sunday on...
I'll tell you what. Xi Jinping come Sunday at the Silverdome. I'll be taking the next mission. I won't even need rocket fuel because I have Blinken fuel.
But back to Blinken and his negative energy.
Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine and concerns that we have that China is considering providing lethal support to Russia in its efforts in Ukraine. And I was able to share, as President Biden has shared with President Xi, the serious consequences that would have for our relationship. Finally, it was important for me to underscore that we believe having lines of communication in violation of our...
Like, it's his demeanor. I mean, Anthony Blinken is like the stepdad energy who doesn't have a relationship with his son, but feels like he needs to step in and tell his son that what he did, his grades are not okay. It's like he feels like he doesn't have the full authority. It's like he just holds back. I mean,
I can tell you what I said.
I could tell you what I said.
I made very clear to him.
Thank you.
That China sending a surveillance balloon over the United States in violation of our sovereignty, in violation of international law, was unacceptable.
Unacceptable, young man.
Happen again.
Don't ever do that,
young
young man.
An opportunity to talk about what's happening here in Munich, the focus of the conversation.
We're going to talk about your grades a little later.
And concerns that we have that China is considering providing lethal support to Russia in its efforts in Ukraine. And I was able to share with him, as President Biden has shared with President Xi, the serious consequences that would have.
Very serious consequences.
Finally, it was...
We're going to take your Xbox away from you for 1 hour, young man. China, if you send a balloon, there's going to be serious consequences. Okay? And I'm very serious. Okay? And if you keep helping Russia with this war, things are going to be on the table. We're going to have a very serious sit down, young man. And we're going to get down to the bottom of this. Sorry, I don't usually raise my voice. I keep it low. This is not funny. Okay? Stop laughing at me. This is not a joke. Biden put me on in this position because he saw how much I slap at the bass.
Important for me to underscore that we believe having lines of communication, engaging in direct diplomacy, is very important. We have a responsibility to manage our relationship.
You better talk to us
in a responsible manner. That's part of what this evening was about.
It was also about me showing China and Biden that I can be a big boy and put my big boy pants on. And I can go in the room and talk big boy language with my big boy serious face on. People ask me all the time, am I an AI bot? Am I even real? Because I show very little emotion. And I talk like this. And this is my cadence. There's nothing changes. I'm very serious. All the time. My wife at home hates the way I make love. It is just this voice. Baby, take off. Our government's writing a check they can't cash. I know. Oh my God, sorry. China should answer for COVID first. Oh God, yeah, right. No, they'll never happen because they might actually have to tell the world that it was all us along. You know, like, I don't know. But it's probably them. Or not. Who knows? Sorry, YouTube. We're getting down to the bottom of it. We're the WHO. I hear that Blinken's wife's boyfriend is a pretty cool guy. Yeah, exactly. He likes streaking through the quad. Come on, we're going streaking. Yeah. Can you imagine getting a beer with Blinken? What would that be like? It's just, how you doing today, man? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking me. Okay. Anything fun going on in your life? Nothing really. You enjoying your job? Absolutely. Okay. Can't just be the worst conversation ever. We need a code word that you can use to prove that you're not an AR in the future. Dude, exactly. We do need a code word. But Chat GDP would figure it out in a heartbeat. But you thought we were done with Blinken. We're not done with Blinken. Blinken is going to get even more serious. Blinken is the type of guy you drink, with when you really don't want to drink alone. Exactly. He romanticizes war. That's why he has funeral voice. Oh my God, that's so depressing. That's probably true though. All right, let's go back on the Blinken train. He gets asked another question, and watch how. I mean, seriously, he doesn't change his demeanor or his inflection or his tone of voice or all these fun words I can use to show you how smart I am.
A senior Pentagon official said last week that President Xi Jinping was caught by surprise by the surveillance balloon and that he doesn't trust his own military. Did the left and right hand of the Chinese government not know what was going on?
I can't speak to that, Margaret.
If I say hi, you say guy. Okay.
But what I can tell you is this: it doesn't matter in the sense that China's.
Oh, do you see him just laugh at himself a little bit?
Matter in the sense that.
It doesn't matter.
What I can tell you is this: it doesn't matter in the sense that China's responsible for this action.
For this action? I'm Barack Obama?
President Xi's responsible.
President Xi's responsible.
One of the reasons it was important for me on behalf of President Biden to
Very important.
Share directly.
I talk like this. Ever since Obama won, we all talk like this now. Because it's important to talk like this. Because it shows how genuine I am. And I've always talked like this my whole life. It's the male version of uptalk. And then I go to the store, and then I do these things. God. I asked my wife if there was only wait, what? I asked my wife if I was the only one that she ever had sex ever had. Wait, whoa. I asked my wife if I was the only one that she ever had. She said I was. All the rest were 9s and 10s. That's awesome. Sorry, sometimes I do have dyslexia, but also when I'm reading chats and then it goes up while I'm trying to read the chat. That's the only difference between me and somebody who only reads super chats. I'm trying to read your chat while chat's going up, and it's oh crap, where's my eye line? Their evil shows are laughable. Yeah, 100%. Blinken is the one professor you hope you don't get in college. Yeah, he's the one professor that everyone that you go to click on his class and it's 2 out of 30, and you're only 2 people are in this class, and the other classes are completely full. You're son of a. Go to ratemyprofessor.com. Anthony Blinken.
With the most senior Chinese foreign policy official, the very clear determination that this must not happen again.
That's a man. That's a laugh from a man who got laid last year. That is so sad.
If Colin Call, this Pentagon official's comments are accurate, that would raise the risk of miscalculation if China doesn't have control over its own military. That's why I wanted you to clarify that.
Yeah, clarify it.
So Margaret, I can't speak to the Chinese views on this. I can only imagine that China must be in the process of trying to draw its own lessons from this incident. And of course, we're not the only ones concerned. China's used these surveillance balloons over more than 40 countries across 5 continents. So one of the things I'm hearing here in Munich is real concern about the surveillance balloon program. I suspect the fact that it's been exposed by us is
For us.
going
FUBU.
to have to cause China to take another look at this.
Ooh, Anthony Blinken. I can only imagine that China must be in the process of trying to draw its own lessons from this incident. You better be drawing from your own lessons, young man, or else. And I think this is like this quote. Poor Cenk still can't get any friends. I know. We haven't seen Cenk in a while. Fun fact: Cenk Uygur once sent a long letter to Blinken as to why they should be friends. Blinken promptly wrote back, said no. Oh God. Imagine. He seems like the type of professor that would write his own Yelp review. Yeah, exactly. All right, now we get to John Kirby talking about balloons, and I think this quote from John Kirby. This from John Kirby should just, it's just like, they're talking about the weather balloons. They slowly walked back, saying that there isn't UFOs. But then John Kirby comes out and says this.
We have since shot down 3 other objects. The president came out and said that they're most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutes that are studying things like weather or other things. My understanding, correct us if we're wrong, we're told these missiles used to take out these balloons are over $400,000 each. One of them, apparently we used 2, and the balloon was only maybe worth $12. What do you tell the American people about our ability, our radar, our defenses to differentiate between real threats? Because we can't spend that kind of taxpayer money taking down hobby balloons.
Well, we don't know exactly what these balloons were, and then we've called off now the search in Lake Huron and the one over Alaska, so we may never know completely. But the leading intelligence community assessment is that they were probably for benign purposes, whether it's weather or commercial scientific research.
Wait, we don't know, again, and I quote, we don't know exactly what these balloons were. We may never know. What? This is the kind of sophistication. This is why when people like always say like, what are you going to take on the U.S. government? You don't have F-15s. It's like, we don't even know what kind of balloons these were. Sure.
But the president made the best decision he could in the moment with the information that he had.
And nobody takes weather balloons or children's science fair projects more seriously than the Biden administration. We will shoot down your science fair project, young man, even if you spent a lot of time on it and your parents didn't even help you. We will take it down. Put that thing in the air, and we'll wave it around like we just don't care. We're the Biden administration. We don't mess around. And don't try to call us out for using a $400,000 missile on a $12 balloon, because we'll do it again and again. Because we're all about just a little bit of breathing room at the table and bringing down inflation. Because it's a problem. We'll get around to it sometime. God. I'm sorry for the rational thinking. Yeah, you better be sorry. Do they have to use $400,000 missiles? Couldn't they use guns on the jet? Yeah, exactly. I feel like you could have like taken some helicopters up. I know that one balloon was really high, but I know the other balloons like over Lake Michigan weren't as high. Just take some helicopters, take some AR-15s and just shoot them like pigs. There's a look of a man who says, my wife and I haven't had sex in a year, but she's 7 months pregnant. Oh, God. That would be like that's like the most depressing diss ever. They all suck 100%. That's so depressing. My heart hurts for John Kirby. I'm just kidding. All right. And then we're just going through all the Sunday special show stuff. Derek, they're bringing down inflation by deflating balloons. Oh, thank you for saying that. I didn't even think of that. You're right. I should be celebrating this moment, and you should be too. I'll be triggered, man. I'll be the bigger man and forgive you this time. Good. Thank you for saying that. Okay, and now we have John Kirby. First of all, sometimes I do these shows, and I'm like, I have like a million clips, and we end up like talking a lot. It's kind of fun. I'm just glad. I just want to say, I'm thankful for you guys in the chat. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that sometimes I put like a million videos. Like when I used to do the show and I didn't have very many chatters, like I used to add like a ton of videos just to make up for not like communicating with people. And so like I'm just like thankful for you for being in the chat and chatting away with me and communicating with me and taking time out of your day to chat with me. It means a lot to me. It really does. I know I'm not like the biggest show in the world, but like I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day and like chatting with me, communicating with me. I feel like we're like connected. I feel like we're, you know, a part of something rather than just a bystander. So I hope you guys feel the same way. Is John Kirby part of the Kirby Dynasty? Yeah, hopefully. Wait, Kirby Dynasty, is that from like Nintendo? They gave, I don't even know what the Kirby Dynasty is. Kirby Dynasty. How do I know? I probably do, as soon as I look it up. Okay, yeah, video game. Wait, Kirby Anders? The main character in the television series The Dynasty? How do I not know this? Dynasty? Kirby Anders? Is that what you're talking about? Kirby Vacuums? Now we're talking. All right. They gave up looking for balloons. Exactly. Hey, Queen, what's up? All right, now we get to... How you doing? Now we get to John Curbs. I mean, we've been on John, but I just can't get off of him because he's just so daggum hot. I mean, look at that gray suit.
But the question that's being asked by increasingly on Capitol Hill, and there's going to be another fight over another round of aid. We're about $200 billion into this so far. There are questions about where the U.S. commitment ends to this. I mean, we had a couple of lawmakers just return and say, Congressman Garamendi was one of them who said, I think this is a year from now going to be still going on, this exact same war.
We don't know. Again, we would like to see it end now. And certainly we want to see it end on terms that are satisfactory to the Ukrainian people and to President Zelensky so that they remain.
So, like, get out. I like how, like, they try to make it seem kind of vague. Just say it. Just say
a whole, free, sovereign, independent.
John Kirby looks like he's holding a massive crap. He is on an all-carb diet. How dare you say that? You know, I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet.
And independence is an ideal that all Americans can get behind and understand.
I came out of my hole to the chat with you. I never chatted before. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you felt comfortable with doing that, man. That means a lot. I can kind of understand that because I watch a lot of shows that I don't necessarily chat with, so I appreciate that. I hope you feel like... I hope to always be this interactive. I don't want to be like a show where I'm not interactive because I don't know. I can't do the show alone. It's just like, it's hard. This show is like really hard to do by yourself. I hope it's solid, not a ready one. All carb, now fiber.
We'd like it to end soon as possible. My goodness, nobody wants to be sitting here a year from now talking about the second anniversary of war. But as the president has said, Shannon, we're going to support Ukraine for as long as it takes. And he means that, as long as it takes.
So forever. It's like, just say forever. God. As long as it takes. As long as Vladimir Putin doesn't just gets out of here. I once hijacked an old Spoonie live stream where I got 50 people talking about potato preferences. That's awesome. Derek needs us. I do need you. I need you like a bad habit. Like to break in a bad habit. All right. This video is literally the most insane video I saw from this weekend. I feel like it's not getting the attention it deserves. And I can't figure out why. But at the same time, I kind of know why. And you kind of know why. But here we have Kamala Harris talking at the Munich Security Conference. Honestly, this just slid under like so many people's radar. Wasn't talked about it. I didn't see any news articles about it. Even when I just looked it up, I didn't see anything. But Kamala Harris comes out and says this about Russia.
And there is no doubt these are crimes against humanity. The United States has formally determined that Russia has committed crimes against humanity. And I say to all those who have perpetrated these crimes and to their superiors who are complicit in these crimes, you will be held to account. In the face of these indisputable facts, to all of us here in Munich,
You didn't say anything that makes it a fact, but keep going, Queen.
let us renew our commitment to accountability. Let us renew our commitment to the rule of law.
The U.S. has formally determined that Russia has committed crimes against humanity. Okay, tell me again how we're not in World War III. Tell me again how we're supplying stuff to Ukraine so we don't have to fight. We're going around saying this kind of crap. And we think there isn't going to be any repercussions. We're just giving money. Ukraine right now, UK is giving Ukraine missiles right now. We're giving tanks, money, endless amounts of money. And Russia's supposed to just be like, yeah, forget about it. Oh yeah, we committed crimes against humanity. And then they would just say the same thing about us for the times when we fight wars and we kill innocent civilians. Things are ramping up, and I know people like to pretend that it's not, but it certainly seems like it. It's not going away, and that kind of language doesn't help. As like you said about the Chinese weather balloons, it doesn't help. Is it hard to know it's hard to know what she's talking about. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. No, she's just reading the script. I mean, she's not like an actual thoughtful person. That was good voice inflection and like her slowing down her speech and pretending to look in the camera and create a moment that makes you go, oh, she's serious. Crush that like button like Kamala Harris crushed. It's a West Dreams. Yeah. What crimes exactly? I don't know. Well, it's hard to tell anyways, with wartime propaganda. It's hard to like tell what is truth. I mean, you see a lot of like those hospitals and schools, and I mean, it is sad, but also like I just like how like our administration is pretending like we're not World War III and at the same time are acting like it. I mean, I just think everything is setting up. Never mind, Ukrainian forces are bombing their own citizens. Okay, exactly. It's hard to know what she's talking about. She doesn't even know. Oh, sorry. Or ethnic cleansing down by Azvatov. Hey, don't talk about that battalion. Those are good people. Just like World War III by proxy in their faces. Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll come. You don't think it'll come to our doorstep ever? It makes you wonder. I mean, you can only push the bear for so long before everything explodes. Good luck with failed international justice system like the UN and World Cup. Yeah, exactly. Failing reserve system since it arrested Russian Fiat reserves. Yeah. It's just, what are we going to do? Is she transgender? How dare you say that?
And there is no doubt these are crimes against humanity.
So, last time I heard that, we went to war with people, so.
The United States.
Sorry, I'm paranoid. We're all paranoid.
Determined that Russia has committed crimes against humanity.
I mean, people just shrug these comments off like they're nothing. Because I guess words are meaningless nowadays. You could just say whatever you want and they are absolutely meaningless. It's like, what's the definition of anything in these days? It's like, oh, how dare you ask me for a definition? It's whatever I determine it as. World War III is inevitable. Data is the new nuke. Well, yeah, that's true. You guys smell that popcorn? Yes, I do smell that popcorn. Do you smell that popcorn? I smell that popcorn. She likes J-Lo. Who doesn't? J-Lo was like one of my first crushes when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie. Was a fan. For all the right reasons. I'm not even joking. Let me go through some of your chats. Make sure to smash that like button like we're smashing World War III. She talks like a Nazi. You're not allowed to say that. Just kidding. Politicians won't be content till bombs hit United States soil. Won't be content until bombs hit United States soil. God. I mean, probably. You're probably right. I mean, you know, things will just ramp up more than ever if like bombs start hitting the United States soil because then they have like a reason. She's just ugly. How dare you? She's beautiful, wholesome, and wonderful, and sweet, and gorgeous, and our new vice president who will become president one day. Smash the like button like Zima smashes your dignity. Yeah, exactly. When I fart in a car, I like to ask if they smell that popcorn because everyone will take a big whiff. God. Are you the type of person that when you're driving and you fart in the car, you roll up the windows and lock the window lock? We need J-Lo to distract Kamala. Yes, meanwhile, we will bring back Trump. Exactly. It's so crazy when you go near the center of Moscow, there is laser weapon with half the SOF big projectors. And, what's the and? Is that true? There's a huge laser weapon in Moscow? I've never been to Moscow. I've always wanted to go to Russia. Mother Russia. Every time I watch those bald and bankrupt videos on Russia, it always makes me want to go because it seems like Russian people are just like really sweet. Or just good people. Is it a fart game? Yeah, everything's a fart game with me. Ben Affleck can organize a concert and we can pretend like he's useful. Exactly. Putin is taking war crime charges to the UN over Nordstrom. Another one. You know, Nord Stream 2 pipeline. like who blew it up? Well, we're not gonna get into that. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about the balloons. Right? Okay. Closest I've ever been to Russia is Harbin, China. I've never been to China. I've never been outside the United States. Besides Mexico, I guess. But that doesn't really... I just feel like Mexico doesn't really count. as like being out of the international waters. After watching channels in Russia, they have much nicer cities. Really? Well, they definitely don't have like the problems we have in our inner cities for sure. Bernie Sanders honeymoons in Russia. I know. Don't you love that video of Bernie Sanders in Russia singing like commie songs? It's like such an old video. He discusses his honeymoon in Europe.
I think it's also fair to point out that when we were in Moscow, for example, I think most of the people here also were extremely impressed by their public transportation system. The stations themselves were absolutely beautiful, including many works of art.
Half of the sky protector from a laser system, anti-missiles on the building. That's terrifying. Dang, that's crazy. We got to go be Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes.
That were beautiful. It was a very, very effective system.
This is Papa Burlap right here.
By the youth programs that
this is an actual video of Papa Burlap. You think it's Bernie. It's Papa. Yeah. Hilarious. All right, guys. I've enjoyed this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. It's been like a super fun night, and I've enjoyed every single one of you guys. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. Thank you so much for getting in my chat and hanging out with me all the way from Russia to California to Arizona to Michigan to everywhere else. But I appreciate you. Bernie is a fraud. He owns 3 mansions. How dare you say that? All socialists are frauds. Just look at Hassan Piker on Twitch, the #1 Twitch streamer. Yeah, he's rich as all get out, and he, they're all the same. They'll tell you the government should be spending all this money, but, they'll never do anything with their own money. And then they'll call you stupid for saying that. It's a fun circle. Derek, don't Bernie the Sanders. Never. I like that. Don't Bernie the Sanders. There's a lot more, what were you saying? There's a lot more modern cities around the world than we have. Yeah. Well, especially places like Asia and stuff like that. Well, because we spend all our money on fighting wars everywhere and putting in our military industrial complex, and then we spend money on stupid crap rather than like making everyone's lives better. That's why like a more populist president is needed for things to change in this country more than ever. Somebody like Nikki Haley isn't the answer. It'll just be the same status quo crap all the time. Nothing will change. And that, I don't know. It's just hard to watch. Another fun show. Thank you. Well, I appreciate every single one of you guys for joining me. It means so much to me that you do so. I hope you guys have a freaking wonderful night, wonderful Sunday night. I will see you live for tomorrow's show. Look out for that show. Thank you for all that, like comment on my videos and give thumbs ups and chat in the chat box. It means a lot to me. Helps me out. And Willie, thank you so much for the super chat tonight. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Love this family thing. Hey, I love you too. Thanks for the show. Awesome. I eat oatmeal breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What else can I do? My wife left me. My kids disowned me. All I have is my endless supply of oatmeal. My endless supply of oatmeal. I can't even do it. Joshua, aloha. Mr. War, aloha too. Hey, Mr. War, I don't think I've seen you in chat. I appreciate you being here. I hope we all go stalk aliens one day. That would be amazing. I would love to go stalk aliens with you guys. We need an Amish anarchy. Now we're talking. But good night. Hey, good night. Hey, Josh. What? What's a Josh? Oatmeal is good for you. Oatmeal is good for you. It's high in fiber and, gives you those good poops. It's important. It's important to have a good BM every morning. I'm here too. You are here. Mr. War, you are here. You're in the business. Mr. War in the business. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's been a fun couple-hour live stream. I hope you've enjoyed the borderline 2-hour live stream. It's been good. It's been fun for a one-man show. I hope you enjoyed your time. Derek for president? Yes! Let's make it happen. Laughs for all. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends and family about the Derek O'Shea Show. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And look out for my clips and live videos tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye.